Support LaneSide. Get something cool. All right, here we are down on the lanes with our speed dominant / rev challenge player, old guy Wayne Porter.
Yeah, he's bowling a high friction house shot.
And we are looking at the Theorem Solid. Now, we have seen the original hybrid, and then the Pearl.
Yep.
And now we've got what may be the best benchmark for speed dominant players that we've seen since the Zigzag.
Oh, for sure.
Like, this is something special. So let's talk about this ball. We've seen this core before, right?
Yeah, it's the same MC squared or 2 core that was in the other 2 theorems.
Yep.
But this one has the super response solid. The other 2 had the prime response.
Yeah,
so this is super response solid.
So we had the HK22 prime response. Now we've got the HK22C super response. So this is super duper citrusy.
Yes. All right.
So if you look at this core at 2.473, 046, 017, these are numbers that we see a lot in our benchmark plus balls, like that 046. 017 is kind of right in the middle.
Ooh, almost got it.
For intermediate diffs. So this is a ball that's going to be a little bit faster motion than we see with our symmetricals, but not as fast as we could possibly see. And then we've got a much smoother cover stock on it than what we've seen before. And I think Wayne likes this one.
He's rolling it really well. I mean, even that shot was just off like a tiny bit, and he's already moved, so...
Now this ball has it feels kind of furry.
Yeah.
So I always like kind of medium balls for our speed dominant players right out of the bag, something they can control the oil with, and they can get to roll early. Watch when this one spins up.
There we go. Yeah.
That was in the oil.
Yeah. Well, I think this one's also got dynamic.
It might. It just might.
They put that on everything now.
Yeah, they put that beep on everything. So let's talk about this core, the dynamics of it for a second, and why I talk about benchmarks specifically for speed dominance and matched and so on and so forth. When you get a ball that has a lot of intermediate differential, the more it has, the faster it's going to want to make its motion.
Yeah.
Okay. The shorter its hook zone. Well, when that happens, it expends a lot of its energy. It has to lose a lot of rotation, a lot of tilt. It's got to start to roll forward. You're trying to get it to roll forward as quickly as you possibly can.
Yeah.
For somebody who's like a high rev player, that actually ends up happening instead of down lane. That happens kind of mid lane. Yeah. So the ball ends up running out of energy. When it hits the pocket, you get a whole bunch of deflection. So instead of hitting for a righty, 1, 3, 5, 8, and 9, you kind of hit 1, 3, 5, 9-ish.
Yeah, kind of lazies it.
Yeah, and we talk about that. That happens in oil when you get a ball that doesn't roll enough.
Yeah,
it hits and it kind of bounces off.
Yeah.
For a matched player, we tend to say symmetrical balls are the best benchmark balls because they're going to give them the most hook without it being, jumpy.
Yeah.
But our speed dominant players need balls that are going to dig in. Yeah. But they still don't want them to roll forward. If they're already high speed and getting down lane, we don't want it to then roll forward and stop hooking. We need it to be able to be more continuous. And this is why when we see a ball, I'm sorry I'm talking over us looking at the left-handed and compared to our benchmark, but this is actually really important. I had a question about this. When we've talked about this, you can see sometimes with our speed dominant player, when our symmetrical ball hits the pins, it goes to the right. It deflects to the right. The more that ball goes to the right, the more pins have to get knocked down by messengers, by other pins. That affects their scoring. Yeah. They need something that's going to hook, but continue to get through the pins. So that's why we say we don't put like the one core. Yeah. We don't see a lot of those gigantic cores anymore. When we see solids, we see stuff that's going to be more continuous. It's going to be more smooth, more controllable. Yeah. If you think about a symmetrical ball like our Turbo X here, if you want to look at its intermediate differential, it's 001. Yeah. It can get up to 008 before it's considered asymmetrical. So we want to give our speed dominant players as much advantage as we can to get that ball to actually keep going through the pins, because we know it's already going to be skating on ice.
Yeah.
And we know they have a hard time getting it to hook. We need it to hook at a certain place and to continue to hook, which is what we're seeing here with Wayne.
Yeah. Like you said, like a lot of times when we get a ball that we get it to hook early for them,
Yep.
it does that. We say roll out or roll forward, right? And that's what you're saying is that we don't want that.
We don't want that, especially for our speed dominant players. Now, for you, we could go with a stronger ball like a Theorem as your benchmark, but it's a little bit, I mean, the layout we've used here is a little strong.
Yeah.
We'd actually have to back it off a little bit.
Or if I bolt on something with heavier oil,
That's right.
different center with less friction than we have here, right? So, because that wasn't a bad shot. That was where I struck with
your
my benchmark ball, right?
Absolutely. We are able to use asymmetric balls to specifically dictate when the ball is going to lose tilt, lose rotation, when it's going to start to roll forward. For our speed dominant player and even for our matched player, that's really good. That's something that we can use to zero in on a very specific motion. Like if you were to throw his, oh, that was so pretty, dude.
Yeah.
If you were to throw your Turbo X and say, oh man, it's just not able to corner enough.
Yeah.
You could throw the Theorem.
Yeah.
And you could either get it to hook before the oil, or it would at least have enough guts in it to hook.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me about your experience with this. I've been talking a lot. Tell me about what you thought.
It's like you said, it just seems to dig in where it needs to dig in, and it's very, very continuous. We're going to see a lot more when we go down to the down lane when you see that. But you just watch where the ball exits. Like I said, the first shot was really good. It was a little high.
Now, you only moved one board to go from that solid 4-pin to strike.
Yeah. And see that when I got out wider into the friction, it still settled in, but it didn't roll forward and like push itself off the back of the deck.
Yeah, and when we say roll forward, you can think about when you see the grips on it just start to tumble end over end.
Yeah.
It has no more transitional, no more rotational energy.
Yeah, it happens from time to time, especially if I throw a big asymmetric ball later in a block too, and I'm going to it, and sometimes I need that to control it.
Yes.
But then I have to watch out for those 10 pins, right?
So,
where this one is just a really good transition. Like, there we go.
Yeah.
Like I haven't missed the pocket, really.
And you hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah.
There are times when you want a ball to roll forward. Yeah. You want it about 15 feet in front of the pins, but we can control that with layout. We can control that with surface. And if well, hey, I might 10-pin off this, you're ready for it. You can make those moves.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Yeah, like if I go to it and later on and go bang, and that's a 10-pin, I'm just going to tighten up or take a little half step forward to get it to roll in a different spot, like you said, right?
Absolutely. You might change your hand position a little bit.
Oh,
goodness.
That one, I think I changed my hand position.
Good Lord.
I really made that one come off the spot. I think it was a little bit inside, but it really generated a lot more down lane.
And balls that don't roll forward are ones that we can manipulate more. Exactly what we're talking about, taking a step up, changing speeds, changing hand positions. Yeah. They're the most versatile.
Yeah, exactly. There's been a couple of them that I've been able to do lots with, and they generally are smaller cores and stuff like that. And I mean that was still a 9 count. That was an easy spare.
Very.
Right? So I mean,
a small adjustment. Here you're going to make a 2-board adjustment from that last shot. And I mean, look, you can get around it.
Got it out.
Still smooth.
Ooh.
9-pin again.
Yeah.
We're gonna move you 2 more boards. But this is it.
Yeah.
You went from flat 4 to 9-pin. Now we can move you in. You've just opened up a ton more carry for yourself.
And probably a lot more miss room, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So it's widening my pocket so much bigger. Right now I'm still playing it nice and tight, where now, like you said, we can move in, I can open the lane up and make my pocket 4 or 5 boards bigger.
Now this might be crazy to say because it's early on and everybody's hyped up on stuff. Your dad liked the Theorem, the original, the hybrid. You like the pearl one a little bit more than your dad did,
Yeah.
I think. I think everyone's going to like this one better than the
Yes,
first two,
yeah,
which
for
is
sure.
weird because the first one was fantastic.
Yeah, the hybrid, yeah.
I mean, here you are. Here's POOCS throwing it left-handed.
I think it's just with the combination of the HK22C that's giving it that extra traction,
Yep.
cohesion all the way through the shot, not just at the early. And the solid cover. Like, I love solid balls. That's, no secret. But, wow.
Lull.
Yeah.
I say you could see on that shot. Let's watch it again as we put the Turbo X up against the Theorem. As we say, we always use a ball. Every company has one that's similar. Watch where they go off the deck.
Yeah.
Your Turbo X bounced and went right almost into the 10-pin.
Yeah. It was closer, to the 10-pin then.
So later on when you're bowling, you know, that kind of thing can cost you an 8-pin, a 7-pin.
The Theorem just seemed to sit better and was overall more stable.
Absolutely.
Like, it just kind of arced itself in there nice, the shape that I wanted, and kind of, bam, now you got my butt.
And when we're talking about benchmark balls, you want something.
See it here.
Yeah, you can see how much it deflected.
Yeah.
You want something that's going to be controllable, that is smooth, that you can count on. You know that is going to. It's not going to plaque 10. It's not going to. It's not going to bounce.
It's going to repeat what you're doing.
Yep,
like,
that
over
split
and
the
over
8-9.
again. Yeah.
That was a much better strike.
Yeah. It's just going to give you something that every shot coming off your hand, it's going to be pretty close to similar. Even if you make a little bit of a mistake, it's not going to change that drastically.
Yeah.
Woo!
That was a really nice shot. You threw this ball really well.
Yeah.
And you showed off the versatility of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to show off a little bit of hook. So here I am with it, and I went with what I would call my benchmarkish layout.
But that's not your benchmark shot.
No. You can see it's supposed to be very smooth.
Yes.
One of the things I saw with you guys is you were able to get around the ball a lot more and shape it.
Yeah.
For me, knowing that I can be a little looser with my release, I can relax because I don't have to be so fine and try to roll it forward.
Yeah.
I could use this ball and just throw it to the friction. I know it's not going to jump left.
Yeah.
It's not going to have a super short hook zone. I mean, if you look at a 4x2 PAL layout, that's a lot of val angle.
Yeah.
I've tried to give it as much control as I can.
Well, that's another good one. Ooh.
That one was I kind of got slow on that one.
Yeah. Well, you look at it too. It went a little bit further down the lane, so you didn't quite get it to read as soon as the other one, right? I mean, you were only off by a couple boards at the break point, but
that's what happens when I lose my ball speed.
Yeah.
I found a mile an hour.
yes,
I found one.
yeah,
I'm hoping I'm gonna find 3 or 4 more somewhere, maybe under my pillow or something. Swept it under the bed.
new pair
so
of shoes, something like that.
I'm gonna make a move off of that one because that was still at my benchmark area. So I'd struck. I got around one a little bit more at hooked. So I'm gonna make a 5-board move left. And I'm just going to feed it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of confidence in this ball, and I think it's exactly what you said about cover stock. This cover stock is it's such a good blend. Now, let's talk about that. You see that ball roll forward?
Yes.
So I didn't get around that ball.
Yeah.
If you watch the rotation on it on my hand, I got under it. It burned up a little bit. It rolled forward. That's what we talk about, the difference between a roll forward and a continuous.
And it was almost a 7-pin.
It was almost a 7-pin.
Yeah. So more pins helped. I mean, that's your dot.
So we're going to make
core.
So me thinking, all right, I got him throw a better shot here.
Yeah.
I made a move off of that. Now, how many people out there, you can say it in the comments, have made a move off of a questionable shot?
Well, still went down. Yeah. I always try to repeat one more shot just in case.
Just in case?
I have very little confidence that it wasn't me that screwed up. So I always kind of try to repeat. And if a lot of times, like, it'll be like, oh, that was just me the other shot.
Yep.
And then, 95% of the time it's not. And I leave another flat 10 or
Well, yeah, that was some carry there, and that was the dynamic core. That was, you think if that had been a pearl or something higher friction with a smaller hook phase on it, how much more angular that would have been into the pocket. I wouldn't have carried. It would have been just kind of.
That's better.
That looked great.
Yeah, you got it out. It didn't read so early. It made the nice shape that you wanted.
That was the move I should have made, not the move I did make.
Yeah.
The shot before. So when we're talking about the theorem, we're talking about, especially in this case, it's always been a controllable core around a strong cover. Now we've got a really strong, controllable cover. What do you think of this ball?
Like you said, the cover core combination has really made it overall solid ball. Like it's like can't say enough.
It's in the name. It's solid.
Yeah. They blend out so well, and it seems like there's less chance of over under being created from throwing it. Right.
Yeah. So for you high rev players out there who are experiencing issues with the ball, being very fast laterally, it's jumps, looks like somebody kicked it. Something like this is going to be smoother. It's going to have a little bit more versatility because of the core size and the shape in it. I think this is a certified house shot killer. Yeah. For all three of us. But I actually think this is going to be benchmark for our speed dominant. Yeah. Benchmark plus for you. Yeah. Probably benchmark plus for me as well. This is a crazy ball, and it's not a theorem. It's real. Oh, come on! I've been waiting 3 videos to use that one. Come on! Look at it one more time here. You can see how fast it spins up. It actually it looks like it gets down a little bit farther before it reacted. I was super impressed with this ball. I think, like we said, it's a house shot killer.
For sure.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, we'll see you LaneSide.